Well, first of all, don't get nervous if you don't see my picture anymore. I'm going to spare you for the rest of the semester from having to look at my beautiful face. But let's get back to where I once had a student got a little bit nervous. He was new to YouTube and thought there was something wrong with his computer because uh, he lost the ability to see me. But the slides were there, and that's the important thing. So let's get back to the topic at hand. So I said it'll be helpful for us if we can get a definition of what is philosophy. What is philosophy when we talk about it in the academic setting, in colleges and universities in the United States and in the world today. And I think one way of getting at a closer understanding is by trying to get a precise definition. And some words have different meanings. Take, for example, the word bank. Bank has two rather different meanings. One meaning is, it's the financial institution where you deposit your money and they invest it and they pay interest, right? And you have checking accounts. That's a bank. And a bank in English also means you're the side of a river, the river bank. Now, they're perfectly legitimate meanings of the word bank in English. But if we were to define them, notice, and I gave you a little bit of a definition of the two different meanings of bank, we see that they're really two different concepts. So we want to try to create a definition of the word philosophy to give us a better idea of what it is that we're going to be focusing on for the rest of the semester. And to do that, let's turn to definitions a second. Let's look at a couple of examples of definitions just so we understand what we're talking about. First example, a puppy is a young dog. Definition of what a puppy is. If you knew what a dog was, you knew what young was, this would be a very helpful definition. Second one, we get things like this, definitions like this in mathematics all the time. They say in geometry, a triangle is a plane figure with exactly 3 internal angles. Both of them are definitions of certain terms. The first one, puppy. The second one, triangle. Now notice on these definitions, there are always two sides to the definition. There's the thing that's which is to be defined, the term that's to be defined, which they have a fancy word coming from Greek, the definiendum, easy enough for me, the definiendum is the thing to be defined. So in the case of the first one, the definiendum is the puppy. In the case of the second one, it's the definiendum is a triangle. Okay, so every definition has to have a definiendum, right? Because that's what a definition is. It defines a certain thing, a certain term. Okay, but in addition to that, you also get the thing that's providing the definition, which is called, fancy term, the definiens. Right? So in the case of a puppy, the definiens, the thing that's providing the definition, is a young dog. In the case of a triangle, the definiens, the thing that's providing the definition, is a plane figure with exactly 3 internal angles. Just remember, if mathematics isn't your favorite subject, maybe I should have made the point earlier. Plane, we're talking about 2 dimensions as opposed to 3-dimensional, like the world that we live in. So this is typically what we see in a definition. There are 2 sides. There's a definiendum, the thing to be defined, and then there's the definiens, the thing that does the definition.